Black Americans are at a higher risk of developing heart failure at an earlier age compared to white Americans. So here now during National Minority Health Month is Dr. Ashkan Hyatt Davudi, co-founder and chief medical officer of Presidium Health Corporation, a comprehensive healthcare service intended for the top 1% of the most medically complex and underserved patient population. So doctor, what is heart failure exactly, and why is it important to talk about the impact on Black Americans and other minorities?
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for having me on. Heart failure is a progressive condition that affects either the structure or function of the heart, prohibiting it from performing its main function, which is to pump blood to the body. It could present with a variety of symptoms: lower extremity swelling, fatigue, and down the spectrum, shortness of breath, which leads to an increased risk of hospitalizations and ultimately a sign of disease progression. Now, it's important for us to recognize and bring awareness to Black Americans in the context of heart failure, because Black Americans are at higher risk of developing heart failure. They develop heart failure earlier, and they have worse outcomes than their white counterparts with heart failure.
Okay, then how can they manage their heart failure?
Where there's some things that we can all do, and this is it pays extra dividends when it relates to heart failure. Low salt, increased activity, taking our meds as prescribed. For instance, I'm here with Novartis to raise awareness on disparities of health, and in particular here in relation to heart failure management, which includes medication. ENTRESTO is a medication for adults with heart failure that improves overall mortality and reduces hospitalizations. But the most important thing to relate to the listeners is that you should talk to your doctor. Heart failure is a very individualized condition, and because of such, you should make sure you talk to your doctor. For instance, with ENTRESTO is not for everybody. If you're pregnant, if you've taken an ACE inhibitor or ARB, if you've had a prior reaction to swelling called angioedema in relation to ACE inhibitors or ARBs, this would not be for you. So it's very important that your listeners speak to their doctor in respect to coming up with a plan that works for them.
Okay, well, is there a website too if we want to learn a little bit more?
Absolutely. The good thing is that your listeners don't need to remember much of what I said, because on ENTRESTO.com, there's a plethora of great references, including how to manage your heart failure, what to ask your doctor, and things of that sort, including safety information on the drug.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for helping us get the word out today. And if you'd like to see this segment again and hear what he had to say one more time, just head to our website, firstcoastliving.net.